Welcome back, folks, for a new tank review, and today we'll cover the M46 Patton KR, the Ripper Patton or Patton Tiger. So this is a Tier 8 premium American medium tank. It's basically a Pershing with a better engine, but the trade-off is it does not have the additional armor behind the mantlet. So yeah, it's not as strong going hull down like traditional American mediums or heavy tanks. So do not rely on the armor. It's like a T-20 or Sherman EZ-8 Fury at Tier 8, so don't trust the armor and do not rely on it, but it's alright of a premium tank. So out of the trio premium Tier 8 medium tanks that recently came out, this feels like a standard premium tank, whereas the Panzer 58 Mutz, that feels like a Clan Wars reward or personal mission reward, and the FE4202P feels like a gift tank. So the FE4202P is a punishment, but yeah, this tank is not that bad. So let's take a look at the stats. It has 1450 hit points, so quite chunky for a Tier 8 medium tank. Weighs about 45 tons with an 810 horsepower engine. So the power to weight ratio is 18.31, which is pretty good for a medium tank, but take a look at the terrain resistance. It's 1.3 for hard, 1.5 for medium, and 2.5 for soft. So basically, a heavy tank's average for terrain resistance. Yeah, it's rough. So you might think that even with a better engine, this vehicle should be better in terms of mobility, but compare it with the Pershing. Yeah, the Pershing has less horsepower per ton ratio, but it has better terrain resistance, so therefore the mobility is roughly the same for these two vehicles. So yeah, even if you have a better engine, you have to look at terrain resistance to compare. So surprisingly, it has less or poor terrain resistance than the Tier 9 M46 Patton, even though they share the same hull with the same tracks. So basically, you can see that terrain resistance is a game balancing factor. Alright, it's artificial, it's not real. So wah wah wah. You see that? 1.1 for hard, 1.3 for medium, and 2.1 for soft. It's a artificial balancing factor, so wah. Alright, top speed is 48.3 kilometers per hour, so not that bad. Hull traverse is 38 degrees per second, same goes for the turret traverse. It's a little bit below average, but not that much. The average is 40 to 45 or so it's alright. 101 millimeters at the front, 76 at the sides, and 50 at the rear for the hull. The same hull armor as the Tier 9 version, so you can see the dents, and the equipment layout is practically the same spots, so it's the same hull armor. So, no armor. Turret armor is 101 at the front, 76 at the sides and rear. The mantlet does cover the front almost entirely, but there's no armor underneath. So unlike the Pershing, if you get hit in the middle of the mantlet, it will penetrate and kill your crew, like your gunner or loader. So this mantlet is not as strong. It's like the Sherman EZ-8 Fury compared to the normal EZ-8. There's no armor underneath the mantlet, so do not expect to bounce a lot of shots with this mantlet. Now it can troll a few shots by hitting the rims or the edge of the mantlet, and it will bounce, but don't trust it. So it's alright off a turret. It's okay, don't rely on it. View range is 390 meters, so 10 less than the Pershing. That sucks. The radio is standard 700 plus, so the armor and mobility is alright. It's a premium tank. Let's compare the guns. So it has a 90mm M3A1, the historically accurate gun for the Patton series. But as you can see, it has 2 more millimeters of penetration and better rate of fire than the normal Pershing. So that's good, but the accuracy is not as good, and aim time is a little bit longer. So in my experience playing this vehicle, the aim time is not as bad as the FE4202P, but it's not as good as the Pershing. So this accuracy and this aim time is a little bit rough, but if you have a vertical stabilizer or if you have vents, it's not that bad. So practically it's almost the same as the Pershing. So this gun is okay. It's alright. Now, you could fit a enhanced gun lane drive with this vehicle to help with the aim time, but I do not recommend it. So do not look at my equipments. These are of rental vehicles, so I do not own the Patton KR. So I don't have equipments actually fitted. But if you do have a Patton KR, you should fit normal equipment like rammer, vertical stabilizer, and vents. So like this configuration. And I think the premium shell for this vehicle is not as good compared to the normal Pershing. Yep, the normal Pershing has additional penetration with the APCR shell compared to this 90mm. So the gold shell is better on the Pershing. Somehow I noticed that. I think it's the same on the Super Pershing. Let me see. Yep, it's better on the Super Pershing as well. So the gold shell is even more devastating. Yep. So yeah, this gun is alright. Has a better rate of fire than the Super Pershing or the normal Pershing, but accuracy wise and aim time wise, it's not that good. So is it worth buying this vehicle? Yeah, if you like American premium tanks, it's not that bad. It has the camouflage coefficient added in, so you cannot add additional camouflage. So this tank is balanced by adding additional camouflage with the tiger paint, but you cannot select it. So the camouflage rating on this vehicle is boosted compared to the normal tanks, but you cannot add your inscriptions or paint job, but it's alright. So I have a few gameplays of this vehicle, and you can see how good or how okay it is in tier 9 and tier 10 matchup. So here we go. Alright, first match on Ruinberg with the Patton KR. So decent enough map for this vehicle. We could use more hills and cover, but this map is not that bad for medium tanks. You have to take the hill, the small town in the middle. Otherwise you get run over and flanked. But a lot of players are playing this vehicle or playing the mutts since they have the rental event on the North American server. So a lot of easy pickings, hopefully, with this vehicle. But I do have gameplay of higher tier matchup. So this vehicle is like a premium tank standard. The aim time and accuracy is not that great compared to stuff like the Centurion Mark 1, the Indian Panzer. Well, aim time is better than the Indian Panzer, but compared to the T-44, compared to the STA-1, yeah, the accuracy, aim time, it needs a little bit of work. So it's alright of a medium tank. So we're taking the little town in the middle. The speed is faster than the FE4202P, so I can't complain. I'm going to use the FE4202P as the new standard, new low bar for premium tier 8 medium tanks. Ugh, 35! You kidding me? Oh boy. So we're a little bit low on the right flank. There's only about 5 of us here, so I'm a little bit afraid, but like all American medium tanks, this tank is very good shooting on the move and snapshotting. So yeah, very good to take the snapshot hit, but it's against Panzer 58, so no armor. He shot the tracks. So another snapshot. That's the key essence of playing American medium tanks. Is snapshot shooting on the move is very accurate. Cheeky bugger, shoot through the cracks. Oh, you want to play? Oh, I missed. The accuracy is... I did not fully aim. Sherman. Alright, tier 5. Failed platoon. But yeah. Still want to take advantage of that crack in the building. I'm side scraping. You can try all you want. Right. Cannot take hits. There's a lot of them. So, waiting on the tank destroyers behind me, the M46. But take my time. Do not panic. So we have cover. Now is not the time to falter and run away. So you can see that the M46 is shooting at the tank sweet spot or proximity spot. No cracks over there. Alright, still trying to go for the crack shot. Did not aim. That was crappy aiming on my part. Oh, cheeky bugger. Come on, side scraping. Take that shot. You know you wanna. Hit my tracks. Okay. Oh, here he comes. Oh, I did not get the drive wheel. I was aiming for the drive wheel. If I could track him, then throw him to ballistic would have an easier time. Alright, he got my drive wheel, so do not want to repair it. Luckily, I have the toolbox equipped. Yeah, I do not have gun rammer. I do not have vertical stabilizer. But you know what? I have a toolbox. I have camouflage net. So, oh, okay. Hilarious. You think I got detracked for a long time? I don't think so. I have a toolbox. So you still should side scrape. You still should haul down, even though the armor is not that great. There we go. Shoot a crumble B. Hello. Ram him. Gold shot. I don't care about your gold ammo. You bounce once? No. Another one. Ah, just die already. Here comes a KV-5. So you still have to aim for the weak spot. He just stopped short. And I missed the radio hatch. The radio man's hatch. There it goes. Not panic. You have the health. Knowing the alpha of opponents is key. So penetrate the mantlet or side of the cheeks of the turret. Alright. He is backing away. He did not notice I missed the shot. Oh well. He shot. He's dead. So we're being capped, but there's a SU-122-44 and a KV-85. And I'm a one shot away from being killed. So Toronto Borsig is at full health. So use your teammates to spot for you. There's the SU-122-44. A small stuff like the vertical stabilizer and vents help tremendously. Holy crap. That was foolish of me to go out without third person spotting the SU-122-44's position. So, ew, that was rough. That was sloppy. Here he comes. And he's toast. Artie. There's a wall between me and the Artie. Oh, he's poking back? Oh, did he shoot? Go T-44, take the hit. Oh, gold shot. Alright. You do not really need gold with this vehicle. It's alright. So on to the next one, against tier 9s. Alright, second battle. It's on Malinovka. So, encounter match. That's pretty good for this vehicle, because the hull down. Now, you do not have the turret armor, so you can only peekaboo fight with this vehicle. So peek up, shoot, and peek back down. Do not expose your turret for too long, otherwise, if you get hit in the center of the mantlet, you will get penetrated. So for this match, we have a Conqueror, IS-3, and Carnarvon going towards the hill against us. So I decided to myself, let's test the mantlet of this vehicle. So let's go towards the hill, because I'm suicidal. The Conqueror has 7 degrees of gun depression, so that might be a problem for him to aim at my weak hull armor, and he has to aim at the mantlet. And the mantlet can bounce a few shots if it gets hit on the rims or edge of the mantlet, but we'll see. So we're facing off against tier 9 heavy tanks. It's fine. There's a Patton, there's the IS-3 and Carnarvon, tier 8s, okay. So we're going towards the hill. This tank has 18.13 horsepower per ton ratio, so going uphill is no problem, as long as it's hard terrain. So if it's a swampy ground, it's counterbalanced. So there's the Patton, and there's the Conqueror. The Conqueror has 7 degrees of gun depression. He has good penetration, but he has to aim. and it bounced off the rim, off the edge of the mantlet. So it does bounce, but remember, do not rely on it. That was lucky. So his penetration is 258 millimeters with the L1A1 Royal Ordnance 120 millimeter. Has 400 alpha and supreme accuracy, but 7 degrees of gun depression. Sorry to that Centurion for blocking him, but trying to shoot the Carnarvon. Oh well. So right now, I'm basically spotting these vehicles. I'm just poking out to do peekaboo shoots. But got penetrated there because the mantlet is not as strong, so you will get penetrated. Do not expect to bounce the shots. So I was providing annoyance to these heavy tanks. Did not expect to penetrate that shot. Was aiming at the gun access port on the IS-3, but that was extreme angles, so never will penetrate. And let's go for the normal Patton. There's a VK3002D. He has no armor, so 190 millimeters of penetration, easily sliced through. Patton just fired. Go shoot the lower hull because weak armored. T-21 is distracting him. He fired, destroyed, and we take another hit. Artillery, wonderful. So the Patton bailed. All right, now it's a shot from the VK, but that's likely on the hull or the side of the turret. It's the VK. His gun is not as hard hitting as the Conqueror's. Got my tracks, got his track, detracted, he's stuck, and the mutts cleaned up. Against the Conqueror again, so I'm distracting the Conqueror, but he's already at low health, so try to take a few hits at his cupola, shoot the Carnarvon at the side of the turret, bounce another shot off the side of the turret from the Conqueror. How? 2 shots trolled from the Conqueror. So keep distracting him, make him turn his turret. So he fired, keep poking back, distract him, there he is, keep him being occupied, and he's dead. So move on to the mutts. The Panzer IV Waffenträger is somehow fighting the field, so I'm not worried about the Panzer IV Waffenträger. There are 2 mutzes in the forest with the AMX 1390. So let's go towards this big rock. There's the AMX 1390, missed the shot. So moving towards the mutts. Keep your eyes spotted. Artillery is likely hitting this position, so there are the mutts. One's AFK. Try to go for the drive wheel for assistance. Give me all the spotting damage. Oh, didn't come on. Give me the spotting damage. Alright, spot the other mutts. He's still hiding. There's the AMX 1390. He has an autoloader. Track him. Oh, 90mm. Prepare the ammo rack. He's toast. Come on. There we go. MT-25. Capping. Accuracy is not great with this vehicle, but surprisingly, that shot landed. So that was good. 1 out of, let's say, 10 shot. The accuracy is that good. So, yeah, it's alright. And finally, clean up the artillery. So, there he is. As you can see, I did not fully aim, so lack of vertical stabilizer and rammer does help with vents, but it's a rental, so I'm going to keep it a rental, not going to put equipments on it. And that was pretty much it. So basically for this match, we just spotted and trolled 2 shots from the Conqueror. And this is Master Badge worthy. So yeah, you don't have to do much. And there you go, folks. The M46 Patton KR got me a steel wall medal with this tank on Ruinberg that has no armor. What? So what that teaches you is always perform the techniques. Always perform side scraping and haul down. Even if you don't have the armor, performing these techniques help minimize your silhouette, so it makes you harder to get hit And even if you do get hit, these help with the trolling, so extreme angles and bounciness does troll a few shots and bounce. So perform these techniques to survive longer on the battlefield, and even get a steel wall medal with a tank that has no armor. So that's funny. But yeah, I dealt 2,200 damage, spotted 1,000 damage. It was a pretty easy match, did not break a sweat, so no adrenaline pumping, no teeth clenching, suppressing suspense, I guess, but that was an easy match. 1,200 XP, pretty good, and 47,000 credits, so not that bad. And the second match with the encounter match, Malinovka, yeah, I did no damage to the Conqueror, but I spotted him, and that earned me a lot of spotting damage. So, spotted 2,000 damage, dealt 2,300 damage. That was Mastery Badge worthy of a gameplay. I did nothing. You saw me, I did nothing. I just went the hill, shot at the VK, shot at the Conqueror, bounced the Conqueror, shot at the M46 Patton. He jumped off the hill, went down the hill, shot the Mutts, detract him, and get some spotting damage off of him. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So that was Mastery Badge worthy of a gameplay. That was not that entertaining. It's not like a Kalabanov's medal or Radley Walters medal. No, that was just bleh. And I got a Mastery Badge out of it. So yeah, playing this vehicle, note the strengths, note the weakness. The mantlet could bounce if you hit the rim, or if they hit the rim of the mantlet, but do not expect it to. Those two shots from the L1 Conqueror's gun, that was lucky. That was extremely lucky. But yeah, earned 53,000 credits, so pretty good. Pretty good. That Conqueror shot still makes me lol. Bounced twice. Once off the mantlet's edge, and once off the turret's edge. And alright, so as for the M46 Patton KR, is it really worth it? Well, if you like American medium tanks, it's not that bad, but there is a T-25 Pilot number 1 coming out soon as a tier 8 premium American medium tank as well. So yeah, why is there going to be 2 American medium tanks for the tier 8 spot, as well as the Super Pershing? I recommend you buying the Super Pershing if you like American medium tanks, but the Super Pershing is a heavy tank, so it's for the lols and nostalgic values, I guess. But this tank is not that bad, so buy it if you like it. It's a good buy if you want it. It's not as bad as the FE4202P. I'm going to use the FE4202P and the 59 Patton as the low bar. So this tank is better than those two vehicles. So yeah, and that's because of speed. All right, it has speed, and the gun's all right. So it's okay. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
I'm waiting for the rain. I'm bracing for the thunder. A twig that wouldn't sway in the wind. Awaken from a dream. Rising from a slumber, I'm born.